Welcome back, YouTube fans. Today we are working on a 2020 Subaru Cross Trek. Going to give you a little tech tip here. This particular vehicle was in a front-end accident, and both side curtain airbags in the roof deployed. So we have replaced those side curtain airbags, but while I was attacking the repair, I found just a little bit of a speed bump while I was trying to get down the overhead panel. I'll take a look at that. It's the panel up above. So to get the headliner down, you may need to get in there for your sunroof. You might need to get in there for multiple different reasons. But for the case of ours, we were getting into it so we could drop the headliner so that we could do the airbags. So right out of the gate, there's no visible screws or anything. I thought some were behind the lights. They're not. And ironically, it's pretty easy. It's actually right behind this panel right here, which is fairly easy to take off if you have the right tools. The tools you're going to need is a plastic pry panel popper and an 8mm deep socket with an extension, obviously a ratchet. If you don't have the plastic panel remover like I do, you can use a flathead screwdriver, a small one. If you are going to use that, I do recommend wrap the end up with some tape, maybe put some electrical tape around it just to protect, because it'll quickly do a lot of damage to the plastic parts in these things. So to get to this is pretty simple. It actually comes backwards. So what you want to do is you'll see a little bit of a gap, and you want to get in there on the side. Just put a little tension. You'll see that front pop down. Once you get behind it, you just grab it with your finger, or you can continue to use the pry bar and pull it down, pulling the front down first and then the back down, because it sits on these hangers here. They don't come straight out. They kind of hang backwards. All right, we'll set that aside. Once you get that done, if you look up, you will see we've got 1 and 2 8mm bolts. They do not have a Phillips or a Torx attachment, so you do have to use a socket to get in there. Doesn't have to be a deep socket, but you do have to have some depth. I've already mostly removed them, so that way we can just take them out easily here and then move on to the next part. There's one. Let's get to the second one. Oh, that didn't come out. Hold on. All right. Like I said, you're going to have to use your ratchet to get them loose to start off with. There it is right there. We'll set that aside. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is it's actually just some clips holding it in. You might get a little nervous that you've missed some other screws or bolts, but it's not. So what you want to do is you want to take your panel popper, kind of get behind it, put a little pry on it like that, a little pry on the other side. You feel it pop free. Once you can get your fingers in there, I recommend using your fingers. Pull it down, and then back it out from the mirror. You can actually bend the mirror down to get it out of the way. And once you get this out, you've got a slew of plugs that you need to be unplugged to remove them. And those are pretty easy. You just kind of start with the middle ones, popping those out, and then it gets removed, and that gives you access to everything in there. Or if you need to continue to take down the headliner, there you go. Obviously, putting it back together is just reversing the directions of putting it in. All right, thanks for tuning in. I hope this helps. Make sure to hit the like button. Keep tuning in. I'm going to be attacking more simple little things like this, but things that might be helpful to somebody doing work at home, or even somebody out there in a shop who's tackling one of these cars for the first time. So thanks a lot. See you next time.